computer. Welcome, you guys. I'm so excited that you have taken time out of your night to be here because you are about to be so crazy blessed. I am so privileged to be able to work with Dave Walker. He is my business coach. As a Jewel, corporate gives us a business coach. What an incredible perk. I tell you what, you guys, I cannot wait for each of you to get where I am so that you can see how much corporate loves you. They love us so much, and they want the Jewels to be able to have the best of the best when it comes to training and coaching and expanding our business. And we take that and we spread it down to you guys, and you guys can duplicate it with your teams. And tonight, you have the privilege and honor of hearing from my business coach. So I am not going to take any more of his time because I have a big, huge notepad that I'm going to be writing a bunch of notes. And if I, as a Sapphire, am writing notes, then I hope you guys are all writing notes too. That's one of the biggest parts of, I think, success is being coachable. So tonight, I'm asking you to open your heart and open your mind and be coachable. Dave, take it away. Thank you so much for being on tonight.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have missed it for all the tea in China. How's everybody doing? Can everybody hear me good? Thumbs up? Everybody hears me good? All right, awesome. No static. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Aaron, for having me for the warm introduction. Again, my name is Dave Walker. I'm the Western Region Business Coach, and what that means is that I'm blessed to be able to partner with and connect with the Jewels and Senior Rubies on the western half of the United States, as well as Canada, New Zealand, Australia. I've been with our corporate office just over 14 months, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm originally from Nebraska, born and raised, grew up in Omaha, moved out here 5 years ago, decided I was done scraping ice off my windshield, wanted to play golf on Christmas Day, so Scottsdale was where I landed, okay? So a little bit about me and my background. I had 10 years in leadership development training on the corporate side and management in a hospitality group. And I would travel the country and open new restaurants, train everybody from top to bottom, be there 60, 90 days and then leave. And after 10 years in the restaurant and hospitality business, I had missed 10 Mother's Days, 10 Father's Days, 10 Christmas Eves, 10 New Year's Eves, 10 Valentine's Days, 10 of all the holidays that you wanted to spend with your friends and family. So I decided to make a switch. I became a career coach. And the cliff notes of what I mean by that is that I would connect with healthcare professionals, identify the hospital they had always dreamed of working at. Then I would coach them through their resume, their application, the interview, their follow-up procedure. And then I would call the place that they wanted to go to work and be like, hi, my name's Dave. I got the perfect person for your job. I would facilitate the introduction and, in a sense, hold their hand until they were working at Mayo Hospital or wherever it was they had always dreamed of going. It was a really fulfilling job. I was very successful. I spent a little over 3.5 years doing it, but I wanted to be a part of something bigger. I wanted to be a part of people's health as well as their business. I wanted to move in that direction, kind of started my search through some networking and a blessing, we'll say. I came across Plexus and it was like, ah! It was like the perfect fit. You know, I've talked to so many Jewels and and leaders in our company, even at our corporate office that, that believe, in a sense that this was meant to be, this was put in their life by their higher power of some sort, one way, shape or form, that they had prayed for something like Plexus to come along. And so I truly believe that it was, an avenue and a tool that was put in my life for a reason. So, again, I'm really excited to be here. I appreciate all of your time and for joining us tonight. Aaron's absolutely right. We are so incredibly, incredibly thankful for every single one of you. And we love you guys. We're cheering for you. So I'm going to jump right in the deep end. Okay. I'm going to talk about 4 or 5 subjects tonight on a brief 2 to 3 minute per subject basis. Okay. I say that because, again, I want to be respectful of your time, but I want to touch on as I wanted to be as impactful as I could in a 22-minute type of time frame, right? So, again, I mentioned I'm from Nebraska, so what I'm going to call tonight is the meat and potatoes. Okay, I believe that we could do a 30-minute Zoom call on any one of these subjects. What I would like for you all to do is weigh in with your leaders in regards to which one of these subjects, or a different subject for that matter, that you could see a ton of value in learning more about. And we'll do another call 4 or 6 weeks from now, maybe right after convention. Who's going to convention? Who that I can see? Get ready. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's going to be incredible. Okay, so Aaron's right. I do want you to have a piece of paper and a pen there. Some of this stuff I'm going to ask you to write down. It's going to seem a little silly, a little fun, right? But I promise if you follow me, it's going to go full circle. Okay, so, and there are no wrong answers, and unless your name is Aaron, I'm not going to ask you to share any of them. And Aaron, it will be in a private setting, so no worries, okay? So the first thing I want you to write down is who is your hero, and 2 to 3 characteristics that individual has. Mine is my mom, mama's boy, guilty as charged. If I was going to write down her 3 characteristics, it would be she's transparent, she's selfless, and she's hilarious. I ask you to start there because this first subject that I'm going to talk about is self-development. And when I sit in a group like this, and I look around at this community that we have, and I go to work on an everyday basis, in our corporate office, I ask myself, what makes people want to follow a leader? Some reluctantly, some passionately to the end of the earth. I don't know about you guys. I've definitely had jobs where I thought to myself, if I have to go to work for that guy one more day, I'm going to lose it, right? And I've definitely had jobs where I thought if my boss was to say, hey, I put in my notice, I'm going, my last day is a week from Friday, I'm going to say, where are you going, boss? Because I'm coming with you, right? What's the difference between those 2 leaders? And the answer is character. I start at character because it was where my first passion for Plexus stemmed. As I was being introduced to the company, its sales model, for how the wheels turn. I was privileged and blessed with the opportunity to meet our CEO, our president, and some of the other executives at our team, right? You all have heard we're one Plexus, yes? Right? So have I, right? And as I was being introduced to the company, I was very conscious of the idea that in the corporate atmosphere, it's one thing to write down on a piece of paper who you are and hand it out and say, here's who we are. It's an entirely different situation to live it. It starts at the top. We can't have a one Plexus attitude with a CEO or a president or a business coach, for that matter, that walks around all high and mighty. For those of you that have visited our corporate office, you know that that's not further from the truth. I get fist bumps from our CEO in the hallway. Alec, our president, will come around and talk to me about golf. We talk about our kids. We talk about business. I taught him how to tie a bow tie before convention last year. He authentically treats me like his equal. He's $1 million man. And within a couple of days of going to work with him, if he would have called me and said, Dave, I'm going to this building, it's on fire, I got a bag of Slim, I'd say, what's the address? I follow this guy anywhere, okay? So I start there because I know that for you, or for the most of you, right, your passion stems either from the product or from the person that introduced you to the product. That's where your passion first started, right? Your personal experience or the person that introduced you. So I like to share my side of things, okay? Second, I'd like to tell you my product story. I know that it's a fun part of these meetings, and I got to be honest, I love telling it. I don't know why. I really enjoy telling it. I promise I'll make it quick, okay? I've been on the probiotic, the Mega X, and the X Factor now for just over 11 months. I call these products my 13 servings of fruits and vegetables. Not because that's what they are, but because I understand that I can't eat 13 servings of fruits and vegetables on Saturday and feel better all week. That's not the way it works. For my first 60 days, I had to set an alarm. I had to, be consciously aware to be consistent with the product. This is a consistency product. My approach is a proactive approach consistently to the best I've ever felt, and that is the case. In order for the people that we are introducing this to, for it to have the impact, we have to remain conscious that from day 31 to day 90 is far more impactful from 0 to 30. That's why we have a 60-day money-back guarantee, not a 30-day money-back guarantee. So make sure that as you are introducing people and bringing them on board, that they understand 60 days, no less, money-back guarantee. And it's no hassle either. You could call and say, I didn't like it. They'll be like, okay, here's your money. Right? It's that simple, right? So second, you are looking at a true slim skeptic in recovery. Okay, I have been on the slim. Gosh, I actually have to do math now. It's been 12 weeks on Monday. So what is that? That's 84. It's 87 days. Day 87. Okay. I've been on the slim for 87 days. Some of you might be thinking, now wait, you've been working at the corporate office 425 days. You've been on the slim for 87, right? Slim skeptic in recovery. Okay. So I was on the phone with the Sapphire 87 days ago. And we're doing a little role play, setting some 90-day goals, talking about strategy, talking about what we're going to do to get there, talking about attacking March and April, right? And so we do this little role play. She says, okay, what products do you take? And I tell her, probiotic, Mega X, X Factor. She says, stop the role play. You don't drink the slim? And I was like, ugh, should I not have told her that? You know, should I have just fibbed? You know, like, so I was like, no, I don't drink the slim. She's like, well, why not? And I said, okay, well, only since you're asking, okay? If I lost 10 pounds, I blow away in the wind. I eat really clean. I drink a lot of water. I'm in the gym 4 times a week. I don't need the product. She said, you have no idea what you're talking about. You want me to work this 90-day plan? You're going to drink slim for the next 90 days. It was the easiest commitment I had ever made. It meant that our relationship had grown to a point where she was comfortable to challenge me. It like made my heart grow, like the Grinch, like my heart grew, right? Because I was put in my position to challenge her, to be a contributing factor to her growth, and she was comfortable to challenge me. And so it meant to me that our relationship had grown. Never mind the product, right? I was so happy about what was going on between us that I immediately accepted, okay? I'm not going to get all non-compliant on you. For all I know, Chase is hiding in here somewhere, right? But I feel 18 again, okay? On Friday nights, when I'm on the soccer field, I'm 18. On Saturday, I wake up in my 30s. On Friday night, I'm 18 again. The product's crazy. I don't even know what more to say, okay? That's my product story, okay? Back to character, okay? I like to share that with you guys because I know you're going to come across somebody like tomorrow that's going to tell you they don't need this product. You need to be like, you have no idea what you're talking about. You got to talk to my buddy Dave, okay? So back to character, okay? Character is more than talk, right? Anyone can say that they have integrity, but action is the real indicator of character. Action is the real indicator of character, right? So the next thing I want you to write down is 2 ways that you could let your actions reflect your hero's character. We identified your hero just now. They're number 1. You're number 1, the person you look up to most in this world, right? We identified some of their characteristics. What a cool challenge, right? How many people that you know that don't do what we do, right? That work an 8 to 5 or whatever hours that they work. How many of those people are coming home today to say, today at work, they challenged me to act like my hero? That's really cool, right? So I just want to make sure that we consciously let our actions reflect our hero's character, right? It's character that brings lasting success.
Look at it coming here.
You got me, Aaron?
Watching something, you're watching.
It's cool, it's cool, no big deal. They don't even know. All right. It's character that brings lasting success. I have no doubt in my mind that it is the character of Alec and Tarl and the rest of our executive team that have given them the opportunity not just to be phenomenally successful, not just to run a company that's grown 16,000% in 5 years, right? But to have done that over the term of 30 years, right? Each of them. It's extensive, right? I have no doubt, again, in my mind, I believe it with every bone in my body that one of the major contributing factors to Erin's success, and not just her getting to the level that she's at, but maintaining this business, is her character, right? The catch is that true leadership involves others. We have all heard it takes a village. Yes? Everybody's heard that, right? Look around, guys. We are the village, okay? Erin's a phenomenal leader. Alec and Tarl, they're phenomenal leaders, right? What would they be without the field? Or what would she be without your help, right? So true leadership involves others. The next thing I want you to write down is 2 ways that you could work as a team this week. Right? My favorite example is to have an accountability partner. Somebody you're comfortable to give constructive criticism to. Somebody you're comfortable to receive constructive criticism from. Set an aggressive goal. 600 cold messages in May, right? 20 a day, right? Set an aggressive goal. And at 8 o'clock, text each other. Hey, did you send your cold messages? No? Well, good news. It's 8 o'clock. You better get started, right? Hold each other accountable. I told you I'm in the gym 4 times a week. I have an accountability partner on Wednesdays and Fridays, okay? I know that that individual is at the gym waiting for me every single Wednesday and Friday, because when I leave work, I have 32 excuses as to why I don't want to go. Every single Wednesday and Friday. Happy hour, the playoffs are on TV, I'm tired, there's a filet in the fridge, whatever. I mean, like, something in my head is like, you'd rather do that, right? But I know that he's waiting for me. So that's my favorite example. But there are no wrong answers. Zoom call, 3-way, book study, I don't care, right? Set 2 ways to work as a team. Partner, foster the relationship, grow the relationship, right? Talent is a gift and character is a choice. We get to choose our character. That's a beautiful thing, right? Tomorrow we get to choose our character. Cop out or dig out. Bend the truth or stand under the weight of it. Yes? So, next, I want you to write down no less than 4 words that you would use to describe your character. 4 to 5 words you would use to describe your character. Full disclosure, my favorite question. I love to see the smiles as people are identifying their characteristics. I love it. It's beautiful. All right? I don't have to know you all to know that on that list is unique and loving and caring and passionate and selfless and powerful and confident, amazing. The list goes on and on. I know that because if you weren't all of those things, you wouldn't be in this room tonight. You wouldn't have made a commitment to yourself or to this community to see just how many people we could help feel better this year. What a cool challenge. What a mission statement. What do? Oh, I run around town with a community of amazing people, see just how many people we can help feel better this year. You want to talk some more about it? Wow, that's incredible. Okay, tonight I want to put a little spin on your Frank's list. Those of you I can see, you made a Frank's list, yes? A year ago, 2 months ago, 5 years ago, right? You made a Frank's list, right? Anybody, just from a show of hands, curiosity, at the end of your Frank's list where you're like, oh my gosh, where do I start? I was. Right? I made a Frank's list with like 1,600 people just to like go through the process, see how deep I could dig, right? And I was like, what do I do with this, right? How do I even manage this? How do I keep track of everything? Do I get an Excel spreadsheet? What do I do, right? So have you guys heard of the 63 list? Anybody? Yeah? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. So I love the 63 as a way to break down the Franks, okay? Whether this is a nooks and crannies business for you or a full-time business for you, break it down into 63, set a goal, attack the goal. To me, the 63 list is a 3-day list. 21 a day, 3 days, make a new 63, boom, start again, right? For some people that are maybe this is a nooks and crannies, right? Make the 63, 7-day goal. Whatever it is, set a goal, accomplish it, knock out that 63 and move on, okay? So the spin I would like to put on this is tonight after this call, I want you to write down 10 characteristics of the people that you would consider your dream team. 10 characteristics tonight after the call, 10 characteristics of the people you would love the opportunity to partner with on a full-time basis, on an everyday basis. People that you would love the opportunity to have on your team, right? Then I want you to take the names from your Franks or your 63, and I want you to attach them to the characteristics that you would feel that they apply, right? And I do this for a couple reasons. First and foremost, because I believe every single person on your Franks list possesses one quality at minimum that's on your dream team list, right? I'm going to treat everybody like a diamond here, folks. You understand? So everybody is on my dream team. Yes? So I want you to attach the names to the characteristics. Secondly, because I don't want the phone call to be like, Susie, what's up? It's Dave. I got this pink drink, a probiotic. It's amazing. You got to meet me. Starbucks tomorrow, noon. Right? That's not the phone call I want Susie to get. I want Susie to receive an unexpected, authentic compliment from me. I want Susie to know that these are characteristics that I see in her that I admire. I do that because it's the law of influence. Okay? Now, anybody who wants to test me on this, in full disclosure, the first couple times you do this, you're going to get them on the phone, you're going to be like, bye. right? That's going to happen. That's okay, right? We're human. It's okay. Laugh about it, right? So, but if you want to test me before you start calling your Frank's List, I'll give you a challenge, okay? Next time you're at the gas station or the grocery store, you are the customer portion of an exchange, some transaction. At the end of the transaction, read the individual's name tag. Thank them by name, look them in the eye and tell them that you appreciate them, and watch what happens. Watch what happens to their body language. If you want to test me before you start doing this, go ahead and do that. You're going to be calling your leader like, you are not going to believe this. I just signed up the gas station attendant, okay? Because that person's going to want to sit down and talk to you. The truth is, let's just say, I'm going to stick with Susie as for name here, okay? The truth is, Susie, if she's at the grocery store, people are rude to Susie for no reason. Because their kids are being little brats, or because they're running late, or because they're stressed out, the in-laws are coming for dinner, what do I do, right? They're rude to Susie, right? So just test me, okay? And once you see that the number one law in influence, right, is to have an unexpected, authentic compliment, right? Let her know that not only do you admire these characteristics, but you see them as characteristics of the type of people you would love to have join this community. Okay? So I say that as I transition into the next thing to say that, really that the beauty of this business is the relationships, right? Look at this community, right? Think about the people that you've met or will meet, right? Have impacted their health or their finance or whatever. Think about the relationships, right? It's to me, it's I don't want to put it above, right, a product, because our product is second to none, right? But it's up there. It's like they fight, right? They fight. I joke with people that that had I gotten married a year ago, I would have saved myself 30 grand versus getting married today, because now like 300 more people have to come to my wedding since I work at Plexus, because I've met such amazing people, right? I mean, the invitation list was like, right? The good news is I got a lot of time to save, okay? I'm 50% shy of that equation, all right? So I want us to foster the relationships, okay? I want us to grow the relationships, see what we can't do to encourage, Plexus to be an organic topic. And I promise that, I promise that it will go a long ways, okay? We got to plant seeds every day. I heard a cool analogy today. Maybe some of you have read the book GoPro. Anybody read GoPro? Right? It's a really cool book, and I'm just getting started. But I got like a preview into one of the analogies that he uses in the book was, okay, so you've all cooked a bag of popcorn in the microwave, right? Well, and it takes 3 minutes, right? And the majority of the kernels pop in that last 20 or 30 seconds, right? So he treats each minute in the microwave as a month, right? And compares in what we do, right? So he compares it because if you put a bag of popcorn in the microwave and pop it for a minute and then take it out, and then put it back in and pop it for a minute and take it out, and then again, right? At the end of 3 minutes, you have like 2 kernels of popcorn and a bunch of seeds, right? But if you do it consistent for 3 minutes, it all pops, right? That's the same as our work, right? We cannot take 10 days off. We have to pop the popcorn for 90 days straight in order to see what's going to come from it, right? So I just want you to keep your head down, make your work intentional, nooks and crannies, full-time, whatever it is, make your work intentional and do it every day, right? And take that with a grain of salt. I don't mean 7 days a week, okay? Draw the line in the sand, okay? And enjoy your friends, your family, the things that you like to do. That's a very important part of it. Quite frankly, it's why a lot of us do what we do, right? So next I want to talk about the power of 3, okay? We're kind of moving in a recruitment path right now, okay? The power of 3. Now, we've all heard of the power of 3, right? It's a business recipe within what we do that I feel like is so simple, we overthink it. I want everyone to know that I understand here in the living room of my home, it's much easier for me to say go silver every month than it is to do it, okay? But I want you to know that with the 2 diamonds that I connected with today, you know what their goal is this month, right? Is to go silver. One of them's still working on the third person, excuse me, right? So at the diamond level, their goal on a monthly basis is to go silver, Okay, so I just want to remain conscious of that. That's the goal. Every single month, set the goal. Does that mean on the 17th, if you're signing up number 4, you say, hey, wait, call me back on the 1st? No, crush your goal, right? Crush your goal. Be proud of yourself. At the end, if you set a goal to go silver and at the end of the month you got 2, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to talk about the one person you didn't get. We're going to celebrate the 2 that you did. Set a goal every single month. Yes? Okay, just because I'm a numbers person, I would let you know that if I started today and went silver in April, the 4 of us went silver in May, and the 16 of us went silver in June, that I would have over 45 people on my team. I'd be scratching that senior gold, and I would be having a financial impact on my family's life. Yes? So I understand, again, easier said than done. I also understand that there's an ugly, ugly thing that's part of every single business on the face of the planet. I wish it wasn't part of tonight's call, but the truth is, it's part of every single business. It's called attrition, right? Everybody knows what I mean when I say attrition, yes? Let me just clarify that attrition is not someone who ordered last month and didn't order this month. That's a lack of follow-up. Attrition is someone who hasn't ordered for you in 90 days, okay? That's attrition, okay? So, like I said, I don't care what kind of business you have, okay? A taco truck, a doggy daycare, a Plexus. I don't care what kind of business you have. I don't care if you have the best carne asada tacos on the face of the planet. Not everybody that comes through your line is coming back. It's that simple. It's the truth, right? So I want to share with you that the jewels that I connect with, who are looking attrition in the eye, giving it a wink and saying, here I come, their business is growing. The ones that are not, that are, for lack of better words, crying over spilled milk, not so much. I really believe that this is just as much a how you think business as it is a what you think business, okay? So I want you to put a smile on, give attrition a wink, and attack tomorrow like it stole something from you, okay? I just want you to turn the page, right? It's easier to give birth than it is to raise the dead. We cannot want it for them, okay? So don't cry over that spilled milk. Now, if somebody quits my Plexus team, does that mean we're not friends anymore? No. Does it mean if I see him in the grocery store, I'm gonna give him a dirty look? Yes. Okay? So, the number 1 contributing factor to attrition. Any guesses? Anybody have a guess? Number 1 contributing factor. I said it just 48 seconds ago. Somebody guess.
Lack of follow-up.
Lack of follow-up. There's a reason there's a saying, the fortune's in the follow-up. If you don't follow up, there is no fortune. Okay? I want to, I want to share with you guys that I have a red personality in some regards to some of this stuff that we're talking about. Okay? So with this one in particular, as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking at a room full of CEOs. Your family, they're the shareholders. Okay? If I was joining your team tonight, I would expect you to say something along the lines of congratulations. I can't wait to introduce you to the community of people that you've just joined. Your welcome pack should be in the mail within the next day or 2. And 7 days from now, I'm going to follow up with you. 7 days from now is May the 3rd. So which would be better, 3 o'clock or 7 o'clock? I'm going to give that person 2 times. I say that because it's very easy to make a decision if I give them 2 choices. If I said, Susie, what day's best for you next week? Me and Susie just had a 15-minute conversation about how busy we both are. Okay? So I'm going to give her 2 choices. She's obviously going to tell me, hey, I'm sorry, Wednesday's not going to work. Okay, cool. Thursday, 3 or 4? What are you, 3 or 7, right? I'm going to give her 2 options. I'm going to schedule the follow-up. 7 days later, we're going to talk about, did you receive the information, right? Did you review the information? Have you watched the DVD? Are you taking the product? Do you have questions about when you should take it? How to get the best results, right? How can I be of a support system to you, okay? We're going to then schedule the next follow-up. And when we follow up, we're going to schedule the next follow-up. And when we follow up, we're going to schedule the next follow-up. We work too hard to recruit these people, not to support them, right? Not to encourage them. And this includes anyone who's signing up from underneath you as a wholesale ambassador, right? It's very important that somebody that's signing up just to get the best price deserves just as much of the support as somebody that's signing up to work the business, okay? There are no shortcuts. You're a CEO. CEOs do not miss meetings. I don't care even if it's a text message, right? To say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm going to be late. this is happening, hockey practice, I burned dinner, whatever the reason is, send that person communication and let them know that you're going to follow up in an hour or as soon as you can. Okay. Now, I feel like I'm taking it easy when I say 4 phone calls in the first 30 days. Because really what's in here says 4 phone calls, 42 Facebook messages, 16 posts, right? That's a joke. I'm exaggerating, okay? But again, as a red personality, I look at this, you know, the same, I look at the first 30, 60, 90, 120 days of being an ambassador the same way I do the first 3, 4, 5 years of a child's brain development. The more that we as humans learn how much our children's brains develop during those first 3 to 5 years, the more organic food, love, encouragement, and education we pump into our kids. We understand how impactful it can be on their life, right? Doesn't mean that if you pump your kids full of pixie sticks and let them play in the street, that they can't grow up to be a rocket scientist. They can, right? And the same will happen with an ambassador. Every once in a while, you're going to find somebody, they're going to get their welcome pack, they're going to take off. They're going to take off. You're going to be calling them like, how did you recruit 12 people this month, right? Teach me, right? And that's awesome. That's going to happen, right? But the truth of the matter is, in order to ensure success, and not just for you and your business, but for this individual and their health, they deserve your follow-up. Anybody in this room that I can see in their first 30, 60, 90, 120 days? Anybody? Meg? Congratulations. Welcome to our team. Okay? We're excited to have you. For everyone else, she deserves our love, encouragement, and support. It's up to us to contribute to her success. Yes? It takes a village. Okay? Megan, we're ecstatic. Congratulations. Okay? In conclusion, I want to remind myself, remind this room, gosh, look, we're approaching 70 here. I want to remind us as a group, us, Dave is with you, we're one Plexus. I want to remind us that we have the opportunity to change and impact lives. I have a compassion and a passion for people's health. I don't have an off switch, okay? I don't. I'm not suggesting that it's a healthy thing to do. I want you to have an off switch. Remember, draw a line in the sand, okay? Nooks and crannies, work your hour, hang out with the family, do whatever it is you do, right? Full-time business, do your thing, 6, 8 hours, whatever, draw a line in the sand and turn it off. Right? I believe that you share that passion with me. Unfortunately, our good intentions, they will impact no one. I cannot intend to be impactful today. It requires my actions. Tonight, I'm asking you to act. Not for the rest of April, not until convention, not for the rest of 2017, for every day that you're consciously working your Plexus business, right? For every single day, I'm asking you to act, okay? I'm going to leave you with 2 quotes. They have both changed my life, okay? One is, I guess, more business than it is personal, and one's more personal than it is business, okay? I'll start with business, okay? So, never for the sake of peace and quiet, deny your own experience or convictions. Never for the sake of peace and quiet, deny your own experience or convictions, okay? As I joined our team and made the transition into my role, I moved into an open-aired area, right? There's 40 or 50 of us, and we don't all have private offices. We're in an open-aired area. The events team, the sales team, the recognition team, the incentives team, the retention team, education, I don't know if I said that already, right? There's a bunch of teams, right? We're all in this open-aired area, okay? And I am, like I said, like, don't have an off switch. I don't know how to operate at level 6, okay? Like, I'm at level 10 all the time. You're witnessing the equivalency of a Halley's Comet to see me sit still right now for 30 minutes to talk about this. I'm that excited and fired up about it all day, every single day, right? If you've been to the corporate office, you see me. I'm all over the place. I don't need a chair at my desk, okay? So, after about a week and a half of that, I got 2 anonymous complaints to my boss about how loud I was, right? And my boss was hesitant to tell me. She's a salesperson. She loves it. She loves it, right? She didn't want me to change, right? I go to lunch. I come back. There's a sticky note on my monitor, right? It says, "Dear Dave, would you please do us all a favor and sit down and not be so loud?" So here's me for the next 2 days. So our leaders come out. They say, hey, have you guys seen Dave? I'm sitting right there. I mute my phone. Hey, I'm right here. What are you talking about, silly? They said, no, we've been in our offices for the last 2 days. We haven't seen him. We haven't heard him. Is he sick? What's going on? And I said, well, the truth is I got a couple complaints. And they're like, yeah, we know. And I was like, well, I don't want to bother, other people. Like, that's not my intention, right? I don't want to like hurt productivity in other divisions. I don't want people to literally know that people are like annoyed by what it is that I'm doing. And my boss said, Dave, stand up and turn up the volume. She shared with me that quote. She told me that my passion, my compassion, my excitement, my positivity was the very reason she had me on her team. She challenged me to love my passion, to be myself, and to never let the opinion, not even of a coworker, change me from who I was. It's changed my life. And the moral of the story is that if you are upsetting other people in an open-aired area, they'll just move you far away from them. So I say that to you out in the field, okay? Because I know that every single person in this room is guilty of not sharing Plexus with someone because they were afraid what that person might think about them. And that's okay. That's a human thing, okay? It's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. That's a human thing. This is normal. We all have self-talk, okay? But my challenge for you is to never let yourself get in the way of giving a stranger or someone you love the opportunity to feel the best they ever have. You just might change their life, right? Because you spoke up, because you didn't let yourself get in the way, okay? Love your passion, own your passion. It's a powerful thing, okay? Thank you. Thank you to my leaders for, thank you to them for loving me and taking good care of me, supporting me, encouraging me to own it. Yes? Next quote is a little more personal, okay? For those of you that were Facebook friends, maybe you did, maybe you didn't see, I got the cutest 72-pound, 84-year-old, 4'3" grandmother you ever seen, okay? If you don't believe me, go to my Facebook, there's proof, okay? And the last week of February, she came out and stayed a week with me over my birthday. Right, I'm so blessed at my age to have a week with grandma, and not just like a week with grandma, but that she could travel across the country. She brought her golf clubs. She hits the ball a mile, okay? It's insane, right? Grandma's a healthy girl, okay? So I bring her up because when I sit in a room like this, I feel like I'm looking at a family. And when I think about family, I can't say the word without thinking about the word faith, okay? And grandma always challenged me to have a strong faith. I'm not here to tell you where yours should be. I'm just going to share with you what grandma taught me, okay? And which was to pray as though everything was up to God and work as though everything was up to you, right? Now, that's a far more common quote, right? I hope it's been a part of your life, okay? Grandma would always challenge me to have an open line of communication, right? To celebrate and vent to and complain even to my God, right? To have a healthy relationship, to have an open line of communication. But grandma was the vice president of a bank, and she also told me that he wasn't gonna pay my bills tomorrow, right? And that I sure wasn't gonna pay him with pats on the back for doing good deeds, right? That he was going to put tools in my life, like Plexus, right? Or like the relationships that I built within Plexus, right? Or a confidence that is going to be a contributing factor, a tool that could help me to impact people or to be a blessing to others, right? But that wasn't going to do it for me, right? So it kind of goes in hand with the, like with the go to sleep with a dream and wake up with a purpose, right? Tomorrow stole something from me, and I'm going to get it back, okay? Tomorrow I'm going to treat the day like that, right? So pray as though everything's up to God, work as though everything's up to you, okay? Sincerely, we're so very thankful for all that you do. I can't wait to see the names in this room rise in the ranks so that we can partner together and see just how many people we can help feel better this year, okay? Keep doing what you're doing. I would love to open the floor. Anybody has questions, concerns, comments? Please. Full disclosure, no questions. I will pick on someone.
Dave, you are just, I think I have 6. pages of notes, and I'm like laughing my head off and sitting here almost crying and sobbing. It's like waves of emotion up and down, up and down. You guys, oh my gosh, I can't get past. I think the biggest words on my page is own your passion. And man, I own this passion for Plexus. Okay, yeah, here's somebody else crying and sobbing. Does anybody have questions? If you do, please unmute yourself. This is a talkative group. I expect someone.
I have a question.
What's up, Nicole?
Hey, what did you say at the beginning when you said, I work with a group of people that wants to, what was the rest of that sentence? Want to make as many people as I can happy each year.
Right. So if somebody asks me what I do, like, you know, today I was in the doctor's office I hadn't been in before, and somebody asked me, like, what do you do? And I said, well, I partner with a community of amazing people, and we run around and see just how many people we can help feel the best they ever have.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thank you. I like that line.
Of course.
That is so good. Anybody else?
I have a question.
What's up, Kara?
I'm new here. Like I just got my
Hi.
packet like 2 days ago.
Yes!
I have to thank Allison for that. But there was a word that you kept saying, and for the life of me, I could not catch it. Of course, I have my 2-year-old that's like sitting over here, so he keeps popping into the video. But I don't know what that word was.
Oh, the crystal ball word. Kara, the good news is that this call is recorded, so we're gonna make sure that we get you a copy of this, because I'm not sure which one. You know, I don't want to guess. You know, let's get the recording in front of you. Yes.
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 We will do that.
Absolutely.
All right.
Anybody else?
I have one. When we go Emerald,
Uh-oh.
I didn't hear you.
Come back, Jessica.
oh, sorry, there we go. When we go Emerald, are we allowed to request our coach? True story.
Where do you live?
Oh, you're breaking my heart. It's a no.
Where do you live?
Jessica, you're good,
Beaumont,
baby.
California.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good news. You're in my region.
Yep.
Thanks, you were awesome.
Are you making a push this month, Jessica?
Am I making, I'm sorry?
Are you making a push this month?
A push next month. I want to go Senior Ruby.
So, Senior Ruby in May.
May or June? May. I don't know. May.
Listen, hey, set the goal. If the goal
I
doesn't
know.
make you,
I always do.
if the goal doesn't make you nervous, it's not high enough, Jessica.
This is true. This is true.
So let's connect. You're Ruby now?
Yes.
Send me a Facebook message. Let's connect. Yes?
You got it. Oh, in a heartbeat. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
Jessica's awesome. Okay, anybody else real quick?
What was the second quote?
Pray as though everything's up to God. Work as though everything's up to you. Yes?
Thank you.
Of course. The good news is, guys, that, 10 minutes from now when you're kicking yourself because you thought of a question you would have loved to ask, right? The good news is that this isn't where our relationship ends, okay? So this, just keep those smiles on. Send me a question via Facebook. Reach out to your leaders. Ask them, hey, I would have loved to ask this. I didn't really think about it, right? We'll get it figured out, right? And 6 weeks after convention, shortly after convention, somewhere in there, we'll connect again, just like this. Yes?
It's awesome. Dave, you're amazing. Amazing. Someone is asking what attrition is just because they're new. And I love the way you put it because I wrote down the way you put it. They didn't order in the last 90 days. Is that what you said? Or after 90 days?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, to take it just like, at 30 seconds further, I mean, the truth is that you're going to have people that are going to start as an ambassador or a customer, and they're going to quit. And you're going to have gotten points for them last month, and you don't get points from them this month, right? And you're going to look at your points and say, how did I recruit 6 people, but my points went back 5 points, right? And it's because people are going to quit. It's the bottom line. People are going to quit. You can't want it for them, right? Part of, and so let's set them up for success, right? Let's make sure that we paint realistic expectations for these individuals. But as attrition happens, you can't want it for them. Love up on them. Make sure that they have all the support that they need, and continue to recruit, because not everybody that starts with you is going to be there in a year. It's just the way it is, plain and simple.
And when we're doing our job of consistently following up, I mean, that's something Amber, my sponsor, she's probably on here, taught me was I evaluate, did I do my job? Did I do my job? Did I follow up? Did I build belief, and so on? And that's what you were saying too, that, if they don't order the next month, that's lack of follow-up.
Right.
But 90 days, we're looking at attrition if you're doing the follow-up.
Right.
So. All right. Thank you so much. This was just